Well, I personally think that if anybody does not know so much on Rhesus incompatibility, you ought to be forgiven. But if you don't know about genotype incompatibility, you're not to be forgiven, because personally, over the time, I feel like people have done so well creating awareness on the fact that if your genotype is AS, you shouldn't marry a man that is AS. We have done well. There's so much information out there. People have become well informed and enlightened on that subject, and that's the reason why we are taking on Rhesus incompatibility today. So before we go ahead, I would like to ask you, do you know if you're Rhesus positive or you're Rhesus negative? And if you don't know, I don't want you to make any costly assumptions. Thankfully, when I got into the university, I remember that it was compulsory for us to take certain tests at our school's medical center. So when my results came out, it said my genotype was AS. And I really contested that result with them. I just felt like something was wrong somewhere. Maybe my samples were mixed up with another person's samples, or my results were swapped. I really did contest the result. So after that, I decided to go and run the test elsewhere, and my results still came out AS. So what it means was that they were right after all, and I've just been the person assuming all my life that I was AA. I don't know where I picked that up from, but I'd been working with that, filling it in my forms, only for the result to come out and change the entire story. So if you don't know whether you're Rhesus positive or negative, please go to the hospital and get yourself tested. Rhesus factor is a protein that is found on your red blood cells, and it really doesn't matter whether you're Rhesus positive or Rhesus negative, because you're still going to live a quality life. It does not change anything about the way that you exist or the kind of activities that you can do. Your life still remains the same. But the real issues that we have with Rhesus incompatibility arises when a woman who is Rhesus negative marries a man that is Rhesus positive. And I want you to listen carefully, because if a man is Rhesus positive and the woman is Rhesus positive, there is no problem. If the man is Rhesus negative and the woman is Rhesus negative, there is no problem. And if the man is Rhesus negative and the woman is Rhesus positive, there is no problem with that. But when a woman is Rhesus negative and the man is Rhesus positive, there is every problem with that, and there is serious cause for alarm when she gets pregnant, because the mother must conceive a Rhesus positive baby, and she's Rhesus negative, so she does not have the Rhesus factor. Her body begins to read the Rhesus factor in the baby's blood as a threat, as a foreign substance, and it begins to fight back. This is not a problem in the first pregnancy. She will get through it successfully with little or no problem, but she has been sensitized. So by the second pregnancy, third, fourth, the reactions continue to get really bad, and the baby can be affected. The baby can develop a condition that is known as hemolytic anemia. Hemolytic anemia is the breakdown of red blood cells. And I want to believe you understand how important blood is to the body. So when part of it is being destroyed, there is serious problem looming for the baby. Meanwhile, the mother is 100% healthy in the course of all this. She's not going to experience any issues. Maybe, of course, apart from the emotional issues that comes with knowing that this is what is wrong with your baby and it was your body that was fighting back. Now, the good news about this Rhesus incompatibility thing is that it's 100% preventable, and that's the reason why nobody is going to cancel a man that is Rhesus positive not to marry a woman that is Rhesus negative. The only questions that you'll be asked really is, will you be able to afford what it takes to prevent these reactions? Because there's a drug called Rogam that can be given to a woman in the 7th month of her pregnancy and must be given about 72 hours after delivery to see that these reactions do not get stronger by the subsequent pregnancies. That is the real question. Last time I tried to make inquiries about that drug, it was ranging between 20 to 25,000. That was before COVID-19, of course. And as we all know, a lot of things are inflating in the market. So maybe after it may be hitting like 30,000. That means apart from the regular antenatal fees, delivery fee, you may have an additional 70,000 or so to spend for every pregnancy. That's why the real question is, can you afford it? Igbo will tell you, Ijikwego, can you do what is involved? That is what the real question is. But nobody is going to ask you not to marry a woman that is rhesus negative because you're rhesus positive, thanks to science and technology. I hope you have learned by listening today. God bless you so much. Please don't forget to share, to like, and to comment. Have a nice day.